Hey YouTube, so Paul and Daisy here, day 60, coronavirus, that seems like a long time. Anyway, we're going to go Future Friday here. We're going to go back in the future again and pick up where we left off last week, which will be basically the 2009-ish time. Because getting on this trawler, even back then, it took 3 years. And that's basically the same timeline I'm on here. So here you can see me in the bus right here. I'm still driving the bus for the guys here. I'm still getting my $2,000 a month. Unbelievable. That was probably one of the best, yes and no, it's probably one of the coolest gigs I ever had. You know, you get to drive around a $1.3 million bus, and it was just super, super cool. But on the other side of that $1.3 million bus, we did sell it in all of this. And when I did sell it, I only sold it for like $250,000. So just shows you what you can do with money and how fast you can lose money. Anyway, so the trawler's getting close here. It's 2009. I've been driving this bus now for probably about a year, and we've done the Yuma thing, we've closed up the Yuma thing. We went to LA, but in LA something happened, and is that I sold my truck. And we actually didn't sell it. I traded it for a sailboat, actually, because I thought, you know, we could live on this thing. And my truck, I was having a hard time selling it. I couldn't sell it for any money. So I ended up trading it for this boat. And I figured that even if I hate this boat, I could sell it for more than I can sell the truck for. And I was right in the end, but it was kind of a pain in the ass. But again, I did sell it, and I got the boat back. It was a long story. I bought it down, and some guy traded me. He traded me a truck for this 30-foot, no, it was like a 35-foot Columbia sailboat. And man, it was a piece of shit. It was nice, but it was just horrible. It was a horrible boat. I never liked the boat. I don't know why I did it. But again, it worked exactly to what I wanted to do. I got it back to Long Beach, being a farm guy. We took this thing, and none of us really had any experience. We took it up the coast. It was about a 100-mile sail, and it was interesting. I can tell you that. Very, very interesting. A lot of fun. I don't have a lot of pictures of that. I don't have any pictures of that, but it was definitely lessons learned. I can tell you that. Took me a couple days. Anyway, so the point of the story here is I sold the truck. I'm in LA. I've got the trailer. We go back to the house in Vegas. And then I just rented, I went over to Budget, rented a 1-ton truck, towed the trailer back to Vegas, and basically sold it. So now I'm sitting on a pile of cash. I've got my $30,000 from Yuma. I've got another $7,500 for the trailer. So this trawler comes up for sale. And I believe I do have a picture of the day we looked at it. And me and Bev went down and looked at it. And we literally took the time, we jumped in our car, we drove down there, and we went and looked at this thing. And it was nice, but I really had to set a budget. I said, okay, you know, I'm going to offer this guy $20,000 if we both like the boat. Well, we get down there, take the tour of the boat, and me and Bev both fell in love with the boat right away. And I offered the guy $20,000 cash that day. I said, here, I'll give you, and this is where patience come in. We talked about patience earlier in the week. I'm going to link that video right here. I'll show you the link for the patience, having patience and how it pays off. So anyway, and that's the same thing I'm doing with this new trawler right here. You can see this trawler right here. You know, it's just patience. The price of it will come down. And if it doesn't work out on this trawler, it'll work out on another trawler. You guys got to remember, this trawler has already started at well over 200,000. It's already down to 163. And I'm going to anticipate another drop this year before and going into next year. Now, it could sell. Somebody could come in here and it could sell, but I just don't think in this market it's going to, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if Paul's right or wrong on this one. I think I'm right, but we'll see. Anyway, so I offered the guy that day $20,000. I said, this offer stands. And me and Bev are sitting on about $30,000 in cash. So I offered the guy $20,000 because I know right away, you know, the boat's going to need $6,000 worth of work, and just the expense of being down there in California, very expensive, and getting it to a liveaboard slip and liveaboard stash, it was going to be a little costly. So anyway, I offered it, and he says, no, thank you. I think I can get more money for it. And I said, well, my offer stands until I find one. That's what I can tell you. So I walked away from it. And it was literally about a month later. We had sold the trailer now that we came back from UMen. I sold that for $7,500. The house, we've probably got about, we're getting our letters now. And they're saying, hey, you got to be out of here. And this is early 2010. You've got to be out of the house. It's over. You need to move out. And we're saying, ooh, okay. We're ready. Didn't know exactly what we were going to do, but it all just kind of worked out. This guy with the trawler calls me and says, hey, you can come pick up your boat now if you're still interested in it. So I shot down there immediately, almost that day, probably 2 days later. I paid him his $20,000. And this is literally 1 month. I never called the guy. I never said a word to him. He just happened to call me. He says, well, my new boat's showing up and I need this thing gone. So that motivated him. And so it was awesome. I walked in there, paid him his 20 grand. And next thing you know, me and Bev own a boat. And it's down in San Pedro, California. And actually, we stayed at that marina for 2 or 3 months, and we actually fell in love with that marina. We actually liked it more than probably the marina we went to. But anyway, I'm going to stop here for today because now we have the boat. And now next week we'll really get into 2010 here. I'm working for Zarnowski. That's my first experience with them. And that's where I'm going to leave you for today and us getting aboard the boat, basically. So anyway, Paul and Daisy, we love you guys. Have a great week. We'll see you guys Monday with another Monday. And I think I'm going to talk about a few more people that I listen to and pay attention to when they're speaking. Anyway, Paul and Daisy, we love you guys. Peace out. Be good out there, or be good at it. Thank you. Thanks for watching. We sure do appreciate it. We love you guys. Bye.